Do you know what leading questions are? Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. Come on in. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer, and leading questions are most often used when an attorney does cross-examination. Now, the reason why an attorney will ask leading questions is because he wants to control the witness. He doesn't want to give the witness an opportunity to explain. When you ask a leading question, you virtually create the answer and simply require a yes or no answer from the witness. So, for example, instead of asking, "Where were you at the time of the accident?" could be anywhere. You can ask questions, "Mr. Jones, isn't it true that you were at the corner of Elm and Main Street on January 22nd? Yes or no. Mr. Jones, isn't it true that you were driving a car? Yes or no." An attorney who is cross-examining a witness must be in control of the witness. You have certain information you're trying to elicit to obtain from that particular witness. And one of the best ways to do that is on cross-examination using leading questions. Let me give you an example of how I used leading questions during cross-examination of an expert on a trial that I recently had. I asked a medical expert, I said, "Doctor, isn't it true that a physician should be keeping good and accurate medical records?" And instead of answering yes, he gave a long-winded explanation. So I changed it around. I said, "Doctor, wouldn't you agree that it's appropriate medical care that when a patient comes into the office, the doctor take complete and accurate records?" Again, he would not answer the question yes or no. In fact, he started to give explanations. So instead of attacking the witness directly, I asked another question along the same lines. I said, "Doctor, isn't it good medical practice to keep accurate and detailed and thorough notes?" And he was arguing with me. And the questions were very simplistic. It required either a yes or no. And the answer was quite obvious, because every physician should be keeping accurate, detailed, and thorough records. Why? So they have an accurate record of what happened during the course of an examination. They know what treatment was rendered. They know what was done, what the patient's complaints were. And if they don't keep accurate records, when the patient returns days, weeks, or months later, it becomes difficult, if not impossible, to remember everything that occurred during that particular visit. So I was able to show that this particular medical expert was clearly unreasonable and would not accept the fact that I was asking simple, pointed questions for something that he clearly should have admitted. So he would look really bad because he was fighting me on little stupid things when all he had to do was say, "Yes, it's important. Yes, it is important for a doctor to keep accurate and clean? No. Yes, it is important for a doctor to keep accurate, thorough, and complete medical records." By doing that, he would have been much better off. Instead, I think the jury really did not like his answers and turned against him because of that. And that's it for today's video tip. I'm Gerry Oginski here in New York. Thanks for watching.